problem is, I don't know how big of a if I don't know if he's a serial cheater, like, because I don't follow him like that.
Yeah, me neither.
But if he is, the thing about a cheater, for what I gather, is they betting on how much they not gonna get caught, and they thinking they either thinking, oh, I got it together, because this is the
That's
thing.
a big old risk.
But this when people had that type of thing going on with them, it ain't like something they can shut up. That's why I say, look, you gotta fix yourself, like really, like do counseling to get that cheating thing under control. Because I think some people begin with people and they be like, oh, I got it under control, but then they go out there and they don't have control.
Okay. Welcome to the Uncultured Roots podcast.
Welcome back to the Uncultured Roots podcast. I'm host 17.
It's your man HM Hershman Babu. What up? What up?
And it's your man G Fly. What up, though, my babies?
And sorry about missing last week. There was miscommunication on my end. They sent the messages, and my phone did not receive the messages until 2 days later. Yes, I have an Android. They do not. For some reason, I don't know if it has to do with their updates or whatever, but the messages haven't always been coming through either on time or at all. So, yeah, bit of a miscommunication last week. But
Well, we back.
yeah, we're all still alive for the time being. You know, everyone has an expiration date. No one knows.
Yeah.
Let's pray it's no time soon for any of us here.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so we're just gonna get right into the show. First off, man, how was y'all time, man?
Dimby versus everybody.
How'd you get that? Oh, you went got that made.
I was trying to see what that said.
Kay made that for you, didn't she?
No, I bought this off of Detroit versus everybody.
They
got a
oh
special.
yeah, you know
Okay.
what?
They got a high school
I seen them.
Yeah.
I seen them on the
I'm
news.
finding that.
I seen them on the news. I seen them wherever they was. I don't know if they was on Fox or wherever, but I seen them talking about it because they got street names and everything too. Because I seen Joy
they got
Road.
street names. So
He's looking for
they
that.
got they got a lot of them. No, that's what's up.
He looking for the man to stick Harper
Right,
Ave.
exactly.
No, I think I seen
You
Harper.
already know.
I think I seen Harper.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. How was y'all time, man? How life been treating y'all?
It's been cool. I went up to Oklahoma last night at the WinStar. It's supposed to be the biggest casino in the world.
Okay.
It was pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Didn't win no money.
As they attended.
Yeah, exactly. I only played like $100 and then.
Oh damn! He said only.
No more than that.
You know,
What you
that's
play?
first got that he only $100.
Shoot, what'd you play?
We played some slots. We played roulette. I think I'm gonna just stick to roulette from now on.
Oh, you did go roulette. Usually, when I go there, I'd stick to the penny or nickel slots.
Oh yeah.
And I stick to blackjack.
Blackjack. I heard a lot of people yelling at the blackjack table.
Yeah,
So
that's
like
what
somebody was winning some
I
money.
tell you.
I ain't
over there.
never did blackjack.
That's
Well,
what me and
I
my
did.
wife play.
I played black. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. I think I played blackjack and Texas Hold'em on a cruise ship,
Oh, okay.
and I won playing
I don't
Texas
think I
Hold'em.
ever played Texas Hold'em. I don't know how to play that.
I don't know. I play that one either.
Well, I don't know that the dealer taught me right there and there how to do it.
Oh, okay.
And then he was like, all right, take the training wheels off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna break myself on this this ship, this boat. I am going to spend my normal $40, and if it's gone, then it's gone, and that's as much as you're getting out of me. Cause
that's when you get in trouble. When you were like, let me just try to get my money back.
No,
You ain't getting your money back.
not one red cent back. Like, y'all got it. You ain't getting no more money out of me.
Yeah, it's an algorithm to the machines. You
Yes,
just
it is.
got to know how to work the algorithm. But I wonder if my sister know about that casino. She like
About the WinStar?
yeah, she in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
Okay.
she in Oklahoma?
yeah, like right out,
okay.
like right outside of, cause it's not far. It's not Oklahoma. Not really far from Dallas.
Yeah, it's like an hour. It's just like an hour drive to
Yeah,
that casino.
yeah. So I wonder if she been there yet.
Yeah.
You notice how big America is,
Say
man.
it's the biggest one in the world. So.
Y'all say about an hour drive. People in
From
other
Dallas.
countries, yeah, people in other countries see that as like
Another country.
they could be in another country in about an hour or two.
Yeah, some people live in other countries go to Paris in an hour.
Yeah.
And we still be in the same state.
Right.
They countries, they ain't got all these kind of different places like
All
United
this
States
open
do.
land.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, shoot, man, mine is kind of cool. I'm off this whole week coming up.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
good.
That's what's up.
I'm jealous.
Listen, man, I had to choose this week because I couldn't choose the week to go on the boat to take
Oh,
off to
yeah.
go with y'all. So
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, well, I'm gonna have to choose some week. I chose the closest week I could choose.
Yeah.
So I chose that. But man, I've been for this month. I've been doing the fast, and at first it was hard because the cravings was hitting me.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to like it though. It's kind of cool. I feel better and got more energy and everything.
Clear. What you been fasting from?
Mostly meat, sugary stuff like anything with high fructose in it.
Yeah, I've been doing that too.
Yeah. So I just been eating stuff with just vegetables, eating a lot of like cashews and pistachios and stuff, and salads, stir fries. Go to Chinese place, get stir fries, or Asian, or the Thai place to get stir fry stuff. Like just not eating certain stuff. It's a lot of stuff that I can't eat. I can't go down a lot because I can't remember everything.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I stick to a certain thing. Fruit juice. I only drink pure juice and water. That's it.
Yeah. I drink mostly water and apple juice. Those are the main two things. More water than apple juice, but every now and then, like, I get that craving, like I need something sweet. And apple juice. And
man,
I try to get the most purest one we can find.
Right. Shoot, man, I was at my cousin's basketball game yesterday, man. They was selling Girl Scout cookies. I was like, can't do it.
I thought I saw something about them. There's a lawsuit because they had like.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yep, I saw
cookies.
that. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Well, good thing I'm on a fast. Which I say it's doing me good because my skin look very good. I like it.
All right, we gonna get to the show because we're trying something new here, and I don't know how well it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. And so what's going on in the culture? Took just a few things going on this week. Things that I thought that were important. So, USPS to shed 10,000 jobs next month. As part of a deal with Doge, the United States Postal Service will lay off 10,000 people over the next month through a voluntary early retirement program and find ways to cut billions of dollars from its budget. The move is part of an agreement that seeks assistance from the Department of Government Efficiency, if you believe in that type of stuff. So that's one.
Do you have this in his campaign? Cutting all these jobs? I don't think he did. He kept that one under wraps.
Yeah, of course he did.
Well, You probably had it under some different wording.
Well,
These are business people,
cutting government spending. That's probably just what he said.
Or
cut government spending.
Or probably said, cut down. What they said him and Trump was doing. They said he was cutting down. They said, what is it? They said it was what's the word? I'm having brain farts. But we'll go with government spending. But these are business people.
Yeah.
And they like to use different language, wording to say they're gonna do something instead of saying exactly what they're gonna do. Because if they said exactly what they was gonna do, they would get, opposition.
Yeah.
Of course.
They wouldn't have got the votes.
Right.
And they know that. So what else we got? Let me see. Took down a bunch of these. Let's see.
Okay. I got the word that just came to me. Corruption.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's plenty of that.
They said they're gonna get rid of corruption. Get rid of jobs.
Right, because they how they spend it.
Saying the workers are the ones corrupt.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in
you hear
life.
That's what they've been saying. They were like, yeah, dude. That's why
the workers are the one that's corrupt.
That's what they saying. That's what they saying.
All right. In other news, Diddy Combs pleads not guilty of head of sex trafficking trial. As I say, Sean Diddy Combs returned to federal court in New York City on Friday, pleading not guilty to the latest version of an indictment charging him with 2 decades of sex trafficking crimes. The 55-year-old Combs, his beard noticeably grayer than even weeks ago, stood with his hands folded before him as he told Judge Arun, I don't want to butcher the name, that he had read the indictment and understood the charges against him. Masters of the game. So that's just one of them. Let's see, because I took another one. Basically, it's all of this comes from Grio.com. I just basically took screenshots of the story. And what's the other one? Combs, who has been held without bail since his September arrest, hugged 2 of his lawyers as he entered the courtroom, and he blew kisses to family members and waved as he was led out by U.S. Marshals afterward. Subramanian, I can't pronounce that name, told lawyers that questionnaires will be distributed to hundreds of prospective jurors at the end of April, so that questioning.
Trying to get the name.
Trying to pronounce the name too.
Subramanian.
Okay.
Subramanian.
Yeah. April, so that questioning of the would-be jurors will begin on May 5th, with opening statements expected to occur on May 12th. According to the indictment, Combs used the power and prestige he wielded as a music mogul to intimidate, threaten, and lure women into his orbit, often under the pretense of a romantic relationship. The indictment said he then used force, threats, and coercion to cause victims, including 3 women specified in the court papers, to engage in commercial XX. It said he subjected his victims to violence, threats of financial and reputational harm, and verbal abuse. On multiple occasions, Combs threw both objects and people, as well as hit, dragged, choked, and shoved others, it said. On one occasion, Combs dangled a victim over an apartment balcony, defense lawyers have argued that prosecutors used the charges to try to demonize XX between consenting adults.
They say he was doing the same thing that they say Suge was doing.
He the real Suge. He the real Suge.
I mean, everybody's got their opinion of what, you know. That's for the jury to decide, you know.
Yeah.
You know, trying to keep the show clean.
Yeah.
Okay, and last thing in the news before we move on. DC removes BLM mural.
Saw that coming.
Mm-hmm. The famous Black Lives Matter mural that has adorned a block of 16th Street just north of the White House since 2020 is being removed. City crews began the process of removal on March 10th, days after D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser informed city residents that the city had bigger fish to fry regarding the mural's existence. The quote is in response to the threats from both congressional Republicans and the Trump administration to limit funding to the city and or have the federal government take over administration of the city, a reversal of the District of Columbia's current self-governance. Mayor Bowser said the focus was now on the city's survival.
That's understandable.
So he threatening funding because of a mural.
I can see him doing that. You know, I was driving down the street and I seen that. I believe you should take that down. Take it down, or I will end up taking your city.
Wow. They're going to replace it with a mega mural.
Y'all elected a crook.
You could put anything you want up there as long.
I prefer you to put MAGA.
As long
statue of me
as it's not Black Lives Matter.
Oh my God. Unbelievable.
It's gotta be MAGA, or it's gotta be anything that got involved with Elon.
Okay.
SpaceX or Tesla.
I got so much to say, but
he just got me a Tesla. I'm gonna let everybody in the White House take a ride in it.
This is tough, man.
I can see it all on your face.
This is tough. This is just tough, man. Well, for y'all don't know, y'all don't know. It was behind the scenes conversation that we having about the show. It's just tough, man. All right, so
That's good, big man. Look, we're trying to limit profanity and stuff. We doing miserable.
It's a struggle.
This is a struggle, okay? Because I'm trying to keep the show authentic for the viewers, the few people who support us right now. But at the same time, we trying to get monetized. We trying to grow the audience. You know, we're trying to grow the show, and YouTube is YouTubing. So, all right.
God dang it, Bobby.
All right. So, now off to the roots of the show. These are the main topics we're going to be talking about. And there are protests going on in the United States. But you will not see them mostly on most of the time. It's not being reported. And there was a protest that happened this weekend that I didn't see anything or any news reports about it. But it sure as heck was on TikTok. Veterans protesting out there in D.C. A lot of people had cell phone coverage of it, and a lot of videos have been posted to TikTok.
What? I wonder why is that? It's not getting no coverage.
Of course. Well, because there's not many of us out there. So, these protests have been relatively not bloody. Anyway. But this is one that they were talking about on corporate mainstream media.
There's something really remarkable happening right now. I'm not sure people have really quite gotten their arms around this. We are seeing this organic bottom-up movement against Musk's signature company, Tesla. Some activists just put up a website with a simple message, right? Sell your Teslas, dump your stock. And then an entire Tesla takedown movement has sprung up in response. They've got a map where all the protests are planned all across the country. It's been happening for about a month. This weekend alone, there are more than 100 protests planned at dealerships, Tesla dealerships across the country, from Brooklyn to Toledo, Dallas to Grand Rapids, Raleigh, dozens more. There are even, as you might see there, a handful planned in Canada and the UK. And I'm going to tell you something. I wager next weekend there will be even more, and the weekend after that more. Because this is growing every single day. And it's not Democratic leadership in Congress organizing the protests. It's just everyday folks who are fed up and want to make their voices heard. And it's having an insanely outsized effect. I mean, Tesla's sales are just cratering. The stock price has seen all of its post-election gains vanish. Musk's personal wealth has declined by more than $125 billion since the beginning of the year. That's because of this. And that's why Donald Trump had to turn the White House into a car lot this week and cut an ad for his co-president's fleet of vehicles. While the Attorney General of the United States effectively tried to threaten folks with jail time if they voiced their dissatisfaction with Musk's company.
If you're going to touch a Tesla, go to a dealership, do anything, you better watch out because we're coming after you. Wow. And if you're funding this, we're coming after you. We're going to find out who you are.
If you go to a dealership? No. We've all got a First Amendment right to stand on a sidewalk with signs outside a dealership. Doesn't matter what Pine Bondi says. By all accounts, this is not being funded by some big funder. It's a grassroots movement. Some people are organizing. They're putting up a website. And at any rate, it doesn't seem like those scare tactics are working. I would hazard they only make people want to protest more.
I would be.
People getting tired of them playing in their face.
Right.
So what do y'all think about all of this? I'm pretty sure people been paying attention. Stock market been taking a hit.
Yeah.
It's had some, I've been trying to recover, but, ebbs and flows, ups and downs.
Yeah.
I think on the first day when this all started breaking off, what did it? They lost it was down almost 900 points that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people lost a lot that day.
As soon as those tariffs went into place.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just trying to understand how, the business community, they're Republican, obviously, for obvious reasons. You want tax cuts. But what use of those tax cuts if your company's
everything's going down?
Losing value.
Yeah, I think this all the way through. The market loves stability.
Exactly.
The market don't like tariffs and shit out of nowhere, and
exactly.
That's when it started to crash.
So what y'all thinking about all of this? They're talking about this First Amendment and protesting and I mean, she mentioned about protests that get violent and that's understandable. Like you can't really be out there destroying property and all of that. That's understandable. Like even if you don't like it, you shouldn't. You don't have the right to go out there and destroy somebody's property.
Right.
They blowing up the
that's not
chargers and shit.
That's not protesting, tearing stuff up.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not. But some people get and that go down as podcast blooper of the day.
I promise it's just coffee. It's just coffee.
Yeah, okay. Sure it is.
Uh-huh. That's why you got a flash. You can't tell what's in it.
That's coffee, man.
Trust me.
That's just coffee. Trust me, man.
It's just coffee.
It's just coffee, bro.
It's my sugar rubber.
Or medicine.
Yeah, but like I say, protesting, you are allowed to protest. You can't control where I spend my money. Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, they can because you got to spend your money on necessities like food, and shelter, and all of that. you kind of don't have a choice. But in terms of for your entertainment or luxury brands, you can't control where I spend. So when people were boycotting Target and already and all that stuff, I'm thinking, well, I've been boycotting Target forever. I don't shop there. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't do anything more than what I've already been doing. They ain't been getting no money from me, so, but well, I can't afford no damn Tesla. And not only that, I would like to have an electric car one day, just not a Tesla. So
I'm not sold on an electric car yet.
Yeah, they don't got the infrastructure the same as gasoline cars yet.
And for ones I've been seeing, especially Tesla, they not built good.
Oh, they not.
Yeah, they not.
So why would I want that? Why would I want to try that? I'm anything that's drives itself and battery and all that. I don't want to deal with that because I need to have some control, and it seems like they trying to take control of it out of your hands on in every way possible. So if I'm gonna get in an accident, God forbid, it's gonna be because I made a human error and not a electric error.
Or another human made a human error.
Right. Okay, so what I think about this whole thing is two things. I'm gonna start off with what she was talking about. Listen, man, like you just said, man, I could go there and protest all I want to. That's First Amendment right. We can say what we want to.
Yeah.
I can picket, sign, and do all that. I'm also with you. Don't destroy stuff. You don't have to do that. So you out there destroying, so don't do that. Because it ain't worth going to jail over. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is, all y'all that was talking about, I voted for him because we need a business person running. This is exactly why you shouldn't. This is a clear indication why you shouldn't, because this is how business people run. Like him having them Teslas all up there at the White House, that's really illegal to do.
Should be conflict of interest.
It is. That's why it's illegal for him he shouldn't be doing that, because you can't support just one. It's a lot of car places. Got Ford, got Chrysler, and all this. To be up there and having Tesla all through there because of your connections to Elon, that's a no-no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, even when it's first day of inauguration, you saw all them tech billionaires and shit, and like they showing a clear sign of corruption in your face now. It's like, get comfortable. This is what it is.
Yeah.
And Elon holding office when he's still the CEO of a major company, that don't even
exactly.
That don't even seem like that should be legal.
It's not. It's not legal.
He can influence the government directly, and that's crazy.
I think I said this. I know I said this in private to some people, but I don't know if I said this on the show or not. These are business deals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Elon, give me Trump said, "Hey, give me this money to get in here."
Yeah.
I will put you in position and have people driving Teslas for the next 20, 30, 40 years.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure that's how the conversation went.
That's exactly how it went.
Elon broke him off. He let him in. He gave him a position.
Exactly. But, I also felt like, I knew this stuff was going to backfire. Because now people who weren't affected, didn't feel like they was going to be affected by anything they do. Now they feeling the effects. And now people are saying things. And now it goes to show power in the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all doing what y'all doing out there just tank the economy. Help tank the economy. I mean, part of it is because of them doing the tariff thing. And the other part is y'all saying, no, I'm not putting money in these places. That's how you do it.
Yeah. This
place is built off money. We already know that this society is a what society? Capitalistic. Which means no money, no play.
Destroying the property ain't the way to go, but as far as like organizing and not buying Tesla, that shit's hurting. You say his wealth went down that much.
125 billion. That's what I'm talking about.
That's impact right there.
Yep.
And like I say, I have to be tempered in my response, because I be wanting to say what I want to say, but you know, I said this on episode of my show. This is or one of the TikToks I made. I do so much talking on these things now. This is what happens when you let these business folks run something. The difference is you can't run the government like you run a business. Business is not responsible for taking care of people, because the bottom line is the dollar. That's all they care about. That's the bottom line. So why would you want, in government, it says it in the Constitution, the government by the people and for the people and by the people, right? People is mentioned. So the government is made up of people, and it's supposed to be there to help protect and serve the people. Didn't say the people's money. It said the people. But business is strictly about money. So that right there in and of itself is a conflict of interest. You should not put a person that is business oriented or business minded. It's okay if that president has financial advisors. He's supposed to. Military advisors. He or she is supposed to. Yes. But ultimately, the president should have a background in community service, serving the people he or she represents. That should ultimately be the background, not your business acumen. Yeah, it's okay if you went to school for business, okay, but you got to leave that at the door, because it's not the president's job solely. It's not the president's job solely to be responsible for, the debt and credit of the United States. That's Congress' job. And last time I checked, Congress is made up of over 400 people. The executive is just the executive. Hey, man, give me y'all work and I'll rubber stamp it with my signature if I like what y'all doing. Or we all going to have to go back to the drawing board and renegotiate and figure out what's what. But y'all all supposed to be working on behalf of the people. Y'all all supposed to be getting elected, except for who? Tesla man. Elon wasn't elected. Why is he there? And I asked this question yesterday. I asked this question. Why is he here? You got all that money. Why are you not helping rebuild South Africa, your homeland?
Exactly. They so big on foreigners and immigrants, but you letting all these.
Does he even have a
is he
U.S. citizenship?
Let me ask.
Paid for it, yeah. Pretty sure.
That might have been part of the deal.
Is Elon Musk a United States citizen?
I don't think you have to be to hold office.
It ain't saying
Listen,
it.
man, we're not caring about what
right, what he did.
Do he have a citizenship? Did we out here, deciding all these, things and...
Oh, it said citizenship, South Africa, Canada, United States from 2002. So I guess he is a United States citizen.
Triple citizen. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sure he paid Ben. Trump said he's making a golden ticket. What did he say?
$5 million. God, $5 million. Jesus. If that
$5 million, like you get a green card.
A gold card.
Gold card, yeah.
If that's not corruption, God, man.
That's a penny to people like him, like Musk. Like, oh, $5 million, that's it.
And this is why you don't
he's not tripping about that, because the way you look at it is, I'm about to get way more out of the situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is why you don't let rich people run things. I'm serious. We got to stop electing rich people in the government. You wonder why we have a lot of these problems we have? You need to elect, I don't want to say poor or broke, but you need to elect moderate people. And I don't mean that in a political sense. I mean, your pockets are, one pocket got something in it and the other one don't. You need to elect some people that got, minimal means.
That's about morals and
that
heart.
too.
Like, who got heart?
Yeah.
That too.
Who got it all? Because a person can have a little bit of money, but they got the heart, and they you know what I mean.
Yeah,
they got the morals.
You pay attention to how they got that money. If they got it by shitting on everybody else, like, what do you think they're gonna do when they've given the highest office?
That's the question I've always asked. And this is why I've said it publicly. I'm like, man, am I against rich people? Yes. For the most part, yes. It depends on how you got your money. It depends on how you got your bread. If you inherited that money, okay, your family worked and did whatever the heck they did, which was probably some unorthodox stuff. But okay, what are you doing with that money? Like I said this on my show yesterday. Like the problem I have with these folks is like Elon Musk and all these other billionaires. First off, I don't think billionaires should exist. That's just my personal view. Call me a communist, call me what you want. I don't care. I don't think billionaires should exist. You got the money to stop homelessness and end hunger in America, and you still wouldn't go broke by doing it. You'd still have billions and billions and billions of dollars left over, and you just won't do it. So that speaks to one's character. As to how did you get that money? Yeah, it shows. It shows in how and how you go about dealing with the people in society. Also, when you talk to people, all you're trying to do is extract more money from them. You're not saying, hey, I'm going to build this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to try to fix these communities, I'm going to do that, whatever and whatnot. Okay, you ain't saying all that. You ain't doing all that. Because why? You business oriented, you business focused.
I say this, and this will be my last thing to this topic. What Trump showed me is we've been seeing people that get up there that's doing what they want to do instead of what they doing what they rather do instead of what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
See all the stuff he be doing? He just be doing it because that's what he rather do. That means all the other stuff that could fix this country and that could, make it fair and right for other people. They don't want to do it. It could be done, but they don't want to do it. How is it the richest and then it's got the most people on the street with homelessness? How is that possible?
Because we can't satiate the greed of the rich. That's all.
Again, it's like when y'all say y'all want business people to run this, I'm telling you, like, yo, because we live in this type of society where the money matters the most, this is where you're gonna get people that's gonna get in there and they gonna do what matters to them the most, which is the money, not the people. They gonna make sure they do whatever to make the business grow, not caring about what y'all want. They'll throw some stuff here and there to make you feel like something.
So we don't riot.
Yeah, because they need you.
Oh yeah,
they need you. They need you to support them, but they need you to buy the stuff. That's what it's about. I'm trying to sell you something. They thinking about what they gonna do after this is done. You know what I mean? Like Elon is thinking, what can I have make what I'm doing go further after this little thing going on right here is done. You know what I mean? Trump, I'm sure he's thinking the same thing. Even though if he can get another term out of people and somehow finagle it, he'll do it. Because he's going to try to stretch it so he can, whatever it is I could do to make what I'm doing last another 20, 30 years, I'm going to do it.
You got 4 years to figure out a way.
Yeah, because these wealthy people, they think long term.
Mm-hmm.
They plan long term stuff.
Yep.
So, I mean, for everybody, the dog barking, for everybody that's, y'all voted for this and this y'all say, y'all this going to do something, well, here you go.
Yep.
So that's going off to a good start.
You what you get.
Keep going this way. Whoa. Sheesh.
Yep.
I ain't worried about nothing. I'm just sitting back and watching.
He only been here a month and a half or something?
Yep. And it's something every day. Almost every time we get on here, we be talking about them. So they get on, they doing something every week. They doing something. And it's part of their little thing. You know what I mean? It's part of their thing.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to a different topic altogether.
Right.
And we're going to talk about us. We're going to talk about men.
Is that the woman you want, or is that the woman who validates your ego because now you feel like you helping? Big dog, some of y'all just be out here with up women just so you could say you fixed something. Just for you could say you leading something. Just for you could say you built something. Because a woman who got all her own together, you can't come in and have a plan for her. You feel? Nah, hold up. This because what I don't want this to turn into is like y'all feeling this about men. Let me talk to my for a second. Fellas, this idea that you have to have a plan and a way, say that plan and way for a woman who already on her way somewhere, cuz. Y'all be too cool carrying dead weight and justifying it off you being a man. Y'all too cool with women who ain't got for you eating off your plate just because you got a plate to provide. And then you that's complaining 15, 20 years later about how women don't appreciate this. No, you got with a woman that was never grateful. She was needy. You got with a woman who needed it, and you happen to be my G.
Now, did any of you catch how the crowd was reacting when it sounded like he was bigging up the women and he had to tell them, hold on. And then when he went in talking about men, you see the applause wasn't quite as loud.
Yeah, he died down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You see, women don't like that. They don't like that because he was talking about, the downtrodden version of them.
Basically saying, treat them how they treat men. If they ain't got nothing going on, keep it moving.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with
applaud. They're like, ah!
Exactly. And then everything just switched up. Now that's just the aspect I'm talking about. Now when he was addressing us as men, like that's some real. I agree with what he's saying because you do have some men out here that just don't want to be alone, so they will settle. Like, and that's what when I asked the question before about do people settle, and the truth is we all settle in a way. Most people don't like that term, don't like that word, but there are things that your partner does that you put up with. They're not deal breakers. They're not deal breakers. You would probably wish in the back of your mind that this person didn't do these things, but it's not a deal breaker. It's not something that's like going to ultimately end the relationship, but it's like, pet peeve or, something that you like, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But they probably can't help doing it. If it's something minor, something small. But him talking about men carrying dead weight, I've seen that personally in my personal life, having conversations with other guys that, other guys I know and, they come and they talk about whatever's going on in their relationships or whatever. And yeah, I may have my personal thoughts about it, but I never advocate for, hey, you need to leave this person unless it's something very extreme, like, bro, she's not faithful or, she, bringing you back, diseases or, something like that. And it's like, bro, you don't subject yourself to that. You have a little bit of boundaries and self-esteem for yourself. And that's kind of what he's addressing here. It's like, just because you with a woman, you with a needy woman, just so you can say you building something. That's why I kind of named it Men Building. Like, what are we building as men? You would want to seek a partner, someone that's going to help you build, instead of all these delusional women out here and say, you need to make this, you need to be this tall, you need to do that, and all this delusion. And then they get mad when a man say, well, what are you doing for me? What are you bringing to the table? And then I see reaction videos of women complaining about that. What do you mean? What do I bring to the table? And it's like, if I'm going to be doing all this extra, what are you doing for me outside of the, and this is the biggest, this has nothing to do with what was said, but I wanted to address this. I got to say this, and monetization be damned. I got to say it. We as men have to stop allowing them to brainwash us. And this has been happening forever and a day. When it comes to that 3-letter word, like, you think I'm just supposed to give you this? And I've been thinking to myself, you act like you ain't getting no pleasure out of it.
That's what I always said. I'm like,
wait a minute,
like,
this ain't no one-way thing.
Yeah, right. You enjoy it just as much, right?
Exactly.
So
why is this a problem?
Why are you acting like you giving me something? Like, and I'm doing most of the work, so
I want all the work.
I said it.
I know I jumped all over the place, but I had to get that one out because I'm like, I've been thinking about that.
I want to address that first. To certain women, poor little Tink Tink. I want to give them a hug because they've been programmed to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're trying to program us to think some way. Society done programmed them to think that way. This is why they feel like they can do things and get away with it and have no accountability.
Mm-hmm.
It's because whether it be if they had any father figure or they didn't have somebody in their life told, oh, you a princess, you don't say nothing but this, none of that, and it's got to be this, it's got to be that. And to back that statement up is movies, is literature that make them feel like that. They feel like I don't have to bring that much of anything. I just got to show up pretty. And that's something men, we help reinforce it with social media.
Yeah, it start when they little.
With Disney movies.
Prince Charming come and save the princess and shit.
Because Prince Charming don't have no flaws. The only one that had flaws was the Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Everybody else ain't really had no flaws like that. Yeah. So they coming into this like you should be already have your thing together, and I just got to show up. That's not the real world, though. That's not the real world.
We ride off in the sunset.
Yeah, that's not the real world. As far as what he's saying in the clip, like my mom told me early, she was like, everything is really about asset and liability. And I remember saying to her, I'm like, so even with somebody I date, I should look at them as an asset and liability. She said, absolutely. Right? This the woman telling me this. You know what I mean? So I took that and applied that. If she gonna be a liability, you don't wanna deal with that. And for women, y'all need to know that that's what the type of men that y'all say on this long list, because they all say the same list. They regurgitate the same list. That's how you know it's programming. Mm-hmm. Ask them, since one of the number one things they say on that list is, when you ask them, oh, what's a man? What's a man got to do? He got to protect. He got to provide. That's the same list, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Ask them, what do that mean in particular? Yeah. And they not going to be able to tell you because they regurgitate what they done heard from somebody. They all saying the same thing. And I don't know what's up with y'all, but y'all y'all for better or for worse, the worst part of y'all group, as far as women is concerned, y'all know they be messed up, but y'all still be caping for them. Y'all still cape for them. And I know they're gonna be like, well, what do y'all do? Listen, man, if a man is not on his thing like that, we do not be messing with dude like that.
No, we don't.
If he don't see his kids like that,
yeah,
we do not be messing with dudes like that. Or we be telling them. The thing is, we don't check them in front of everybody. We pull them aside, dude, what is you doing?
Yeah.
What you doing, dude?
Yeah, that's true. You giving away secrets.
any dude that's got any type of structure in his, like he built his own structure, he got a any type of self-respect for himself, he need all the other dudes around him be having self-respect too. If not, he ain't gonna be able to fit in, because either the group gonna push him out, or he gonna feel inadequate because he gonna feel bad about not being adequate, and he gonna fall out.
Exactly.
So
the four of us come to mind. The you, Kadaria, me, all of us come to mind. Like, if you had kids, you'd be in your kids' life. All three of us are in our kids' life. So yeah, what you said is hella spot on and accurate. That's absolutely correct.
Yeah. So I'll be wanting to get it up, because there's women, a certain type of women. I told this to my mom when we were speaking about this earlier in the week, man. They delusional and selfish.
Yes. 100%.
They think they should be having things a certain way, and they should just show up, and that's not life. As far as like when you were saying like people be settling and stuff, man, I say this 100 times on this podcast. It's the things about people that you're gonna be with that you're not gonna like.
Yep.
That's just simple and plain. Nobody perfect. It's just that it's like an 80-20 rule. That 20%, it's gonna be something. The only thing is you got to figure out is if that 20% is good enough to rock with. Does that 80% override that 20? You know what I'm saying?
My wife says that all the time to me. She repeats that to me so many times, where, it puts things into perspective, whether we just having a regular conversation or the conversation is elevated, and we might not be seeing eye to eye. And she throws that in. I don't say she throw it in my face. She just reminds me of, like, it's an 80-20 rule, like, because, we giving each other 80%, and then there's that 20% that we don't. And it's true. I just know, it's true for me in my marriage, where, like, it's things we do to each other. Like, I was aggravating her this morning. I wasn't trying to aggravate her, but it was just my existence was aggravating her at that particular moment. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say it's for everybody. That's why I say it's everybody.
Yeah.
Because listen, I said again, man, I keep saying this. Your family get on your nerves.
Mm-hmm.
Your blood family. You came from these people. They birthed you. They be getting on your nerves sometimes. And you fall out with them and you get back cool with them. Man, y'all, you came from these people, and you have, you know what I mean? You fall out with them. You think that's not about to happen with this person that you getting with? Like you just gone. Anytime they doing good all the time, y'all be bored of that.
Yeah.
Keep it a buck. Like,
Yeah, I'm paid.
I think that's what make it. That man, God be knowing what he doing, bro. He be knowing what he doing. Like, that's what make it click like it does. Because if they was good all the time, that's why they don't like quote unquote good guys, because everything perfect. And then they looking for the flaw. Where's the flaw at?
Mm-hmm.
So
and that scares them.
So look,
to not have a flaw.
It just dawned on me. I had a conversation with my sons the other day,
mm-hmm.
And I asked them, because we was chopping it up, and I'm just asking them. I'm trying to pick their brains about because relationships. Like, my oldest will be 17, and my youngest son will be 15 this year. So
mm-hmm.
they've experienced with girls and stuff already, and I'll say, okay. So I was like, so what y'all think of me and your mama? I don't mind saying this publicly because it's nothing personal like that. So what y'all think of your mama? I said, we similar, or we the opposite? And my youngest son was quick. He didn't even think about it. He's, oh, y'all the opposite. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, we the opposite? How? And he begins to explain to me why, now that part I'm not going to say, but mm-hmm. he begins to explain to me why. And I'm like, and I just admitted to him, I said, you know what? You're right about that. I told him the truth. I said, you're right. And then my oldest son jumped in, but then I explained to him why he was right. You know, it's called, again, I could tell y'all off mic, but I'm not going to say it out loud. But I began to explain it to him why I am the way I am, and they both understood. I did a comparison. I'm like, this is how your mother grew up, and this is how I grew up. And then we came together, and this is the kind of household we have. So it's blended. It's a mixture of both. Me and her did not grow up the same. You know, we both grew up in the hood, but we had two different households, two different parental structures. So it was different. So, and then we come together, we make kids, we have our own family, and that's why you get a mix of both. You know, but just doing the comparison from what they know about their parents, they would say the opposite. But they've also been witness to see how hard it is for us to be together. I don't want to say it like that because they make it seem like me and my wife argue all the time. We don't. What I'm saying is they've seen when we were good, they've seen when we were bad, and they've seen otherwise. In other words, they got a front row seat to see exactly how a long-term relationship, marriage, how all this is plays out when you do it the way we do it, and when you meet people with the type of mindsets that we have. I think that's the most important part, because you could have a long-term mindset with someone who doesn't have that same mindset. Doesn't mean they're going to go out and cheat, but it's just like they're not considerate. Like you say, they're selfish, they're delusional. They have these impossible standards. You know, it's like, let's be more realistic. Let's be a little more accommodating of each other. You know, you're going to do things that I don't like. Like, you know, I went in there to play my game this morning, and I didn't make up the bed. Now, normally I don't make up the bed. My wife makes up the bed. But it just so happened she was coming in there to make up the bed, and I just plopped down and started playing the game. And that irritated the hell out of her. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm sorry, dear. It didn't dawn on me to make the bed, because I don't normally make the bed, because when I have to get up for work, you're still in the bed. So I can't make the bed even if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? You're still in it. So therefore I don't make the bed. I get up before the household does. So that's the only reason I don't make the bed. Not that I wasn't home trained to do it, of course, but it's just, I'm not going to make the bed with you still in it. And you're going to be rolling around, tumbling and messing up everything I just made up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I think, I guess it was just interesting to see that dynamic with my kids. And I don't mind sharing these personal stories on the show from time to time, just to, you know, because I don't know. I'm new to this, just like Hirsch is on his journey. Hirsch is on his journey. I'm a little further along in the journey. Hirsch is on the same journey I'm on. I'm just ahead of him right now because I've been doing it longer. You know, and if Fly chooses to walk that path, he'll get down there. He'll just be beginning that journey too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it's like to be any longer than today. Tomorrow is another step in that journey. You know what I'm saying?
What you're looking at is where I'm at, they where Hirsch at, and they where 17 at. Beginning, middle, and to that part. You know what I'm saying? Before we go to the next one, what you think, Hirsch? Because we've been saying a lot. You ain't say you ain't get your word.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Lost my thought. What was the original?
It was about men building basically, basically how he was saying being with the woman who doesn't, a needy woman, being with a needy woman and having to build upon that.
Right. I mean, yeah. Like you said, like people, the kind of guys that those type of women always talk about, the 6-figure, you know, provider and all that. They gonna bypass them anyway. So if they ain't bringing nothing to the table, they didn't get, you know, make what they make by having a bunch of liabilities around. So they gonna bypass them anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, I could say because you know, me and my wife got together when we were young. We didn't have our shit together.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the midst of trying to figure it out, and so
work together though.
Exactly, and that's what I started thinking along the lines about, because you have a daughter too. I started thinking about how am I going to teach my daughter? Because the conversation I have with my sons is one way, but then the conversation I have with my daughter has to be completely different because the same things don't apply. And with her, I see the videos on the internet about the women complaining about they focus too hard on education and career, and now they can't find a man. I've seen those videos, and there's plenty of them. And then because whoever told them, whether their mothers, their grandmothers, whatever woman in their life told them to do that, now they're regretting it. So I thought, well, I'm going to tell my daughter about balance. Yes, you should focus on yourself, getting your education, but in the midst of doing that, it's okay to look for your spouse. Don't just go all in one direction. Don't go all the way in no man and not right. Don't go all the way in education and then don't have that. You got to have it. Just keep it balanced. That's all. Just keep everything balanced. Be in the middle of trying to do for yourself while also, if a young man who's respectable and you guys want to take it and get serious, it's okay to pursue that too. He needs to understand, hey, I'm pursuing my education, but I'm pursuing you too. And, I can do two things. I can multitask, and as long as he understands. If he don't understand that, drop it. It's that simple.
I would say if I was a young lady that was looking for that, I would just say, if anything, that's where you find somebody who got the same mindset as you. Yeah. Like they working towards something just like you working towards something. That's how you get rid of that fear of getting with somebody that might not be on a stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it. Well, go ahead, Hirsch.
I was gonna say, like, I would tell my daughter as well, like, even if you do find somebody who just want to pay for everything, you still want to make sure that you can be good on your own, just in case things go south. So, like you said, it's good to have that happy medium.
Hey, you want to know who I learned that from? I learned that from my wife. I learned that from watching my wife. When we met, she had that same mindset. Like she don't mind. I'm telling you, she don't mind paying for something. She don't mind going half. Early in the beginning, she used to always try to pay for stuff. And I still had that old school mindset. Like, hey, put your money away. I got it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to front. I'm not going to sit here and lie. When times start getting a little hard for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, ooh, I ain't got it right now because the bills then kind of went up a little more than expected. And she had it. And I'm like, hey, well, okay, we going to the movies on you. You know what I'm saying?
That's how the dynamic works.
That's how it's supposed to happen. Because it's not if times get hard, it's when.
It's when.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
and with that, you said that this is going to be my last take or my last thing on this. I'm telling y'all, do not keep focusing on this money like that. Because the money ain't gonna ain't the glue that hold it all together. The love is. So y'all be like, oh man, look, you can't survive off love. Y'all love each other and know y'all survive.
Yep.
Because how many stories we done had on here where I know one in particular that we talked about. The woman said she let her man go because he lost his job and he couldn't bring in that money no more. And they was like, why would you do that? It's your husband. Why would you leave him? Well, if he loved me, then he would have not lost his job. Like so that doesn't happen to people.
So she just blanked out them vows when she just blanked out that part.
That's because it's not about love.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? You took a vow and you said to the Lord,
rich and poor.
Rich or poor, sick as hell. But that goes to show what you really for.
Yep.
What are you really for? Trying to get money and being taken care of. It ain't about Richard. Like some of these people don't even. Some of these. That's why I say that some of these women they delusional and they selfish. Because if the money gets short and it happens to people, this is not something they're like, oh, they gonna be good all the time. Listen, this happens. It happens. And you decide that you just gonna dip just because, and then y'all wondering why men don't approach no more, and yes, because they like, yo, this gonna be a liability.
Yes.
But they be masking it. That's why they don't want to come out and they don't come out and say it like that. They come out when they say these lists. That's why they emphasize this protect, provide thing. Those ones that's delusional and selfish, they don't want you to protect them.
Yep.
Because when you tell them don't go out in that, I don't want you to go out in that, they gonna want to do it anyway because I'm doing what I want to do.
And men like that, you know, who got their head on straight, and you know what I'm saying, when they meet somebody, a girl like that, and they say that, they don't even let you know. It's just like, check, like, she done.
Exactly.
That's
why I say they delusional.
Because keep being cordial with you.
They think that they got what it takes to be with that type of guy, and they don't. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna,
right.
And I know this gonna hurt me saying this, but that's why they delusional, because they thinking that this all because of the internet's doing.
Yeah.
Because they got all of them thinking that they can do this, but a person like that don't get to where he going, messing around with people that's gonna be distractions, that's gonna mess up what they got going on. He built too much.
Yeah.
So he's not about to do that. He's not doing that.
Best thing for them to do, even if they feel that way, like, you don't never say that, because if you're trying to get the type of guy you talking about, that ain't the way to get him.
All right, and staying true to that, we're gonna move on to the next and final topic. One of them, I am gonna circle off. We'll have to get to that next week. It's not time sensitive. So while we're staying on that, I titled this one "Hell of a Divorce." You all know about the Teyana Taylor and Shumpert divorce proceedings. Yeah. So
Teyana Taylor just cleaned house in her divorce from Amon Shumpert. It is being reported that there was a no cheating clause in their prenuptial agreement, and he broke the clause, resulting in Teyana Taylor literally getting everything amid their divorce. It is being reported that Teyana Taylor has received a 7-figure settlement, $8,000 monthly. She received their 4 marital homes that accumulate a worth of $10 million. She received their $70,000 Benz Sprinter, a $300,000 Maybach. Amon Shumpert has to still foot the bill for his daughter's private school costs, and Teyana Taylor gets to keep all of her businesses. Now, Teyana Taylor definitely cleaned house. Amon Shumpert has a net worth of around $16 million, and Teyana Taylor had a net worth of $5 million, even though Amon Shumpert allegedly earned around $48 million throughout his time in the NBA, which lasted from 2011 to 2021. Following him retiring from the NBA, he's dibbling and dabbling in a little bit of acting. He's appeared on The Chi, he's appeared in Them, he's appeared in Under the Influence. These are all TV series and movies, and he also appeared on one of my favorite shows that's out today, which is BET's College Hill Celebrity Edition. I don't know why on God's green earth would Amon agree to a no cheating clause being put in their prenuptial agreement if he knows that he is a serial cheater. But that is none of my business. Teyana Taylor is about to have a field day with all of these coins. I'm curious to know what y'all think regarding this. I feel like they've been getting divorced for at least 2 or 3 years now, but let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Peace.
That's easy.
Yeah.
This easy.
Ain't got no comments for them rich folk.
I'm
trying to get my shit together.
I feel you.
You said you're trying to get your stuff together.
I feel you.
I'm with you.
I feel you. But because they rich, and to his cause, they feel like they've been going through a divorce for 2 years. Yeah, when you got that type of money, they going through all of that.
Trying
to figure it out.
Got a lot of assets to.
But this is easy.
It was basically to tie into what we was already talking about in terms of, so that's why I threw that out there.
Yeah, so it's easy. You signed it. You signed a no clause.
Yeah.
So it's just as fair as the contract that you signed.
You not read your damn prenup?
He read it. The problem is, I don't know how big of a if I don't know if he's a serial cheater, because I don't follow him like that.
Yeah, me either.
But if he is, the thing about a cheater, for what I gather, is they betting on how much they not gonna get caught, and they thinking they either thinking, I got it together, because This the
That's
thing.
a big old risk.
But this when people had that type of thing going on with them, it ain't like something they can shut off. That's why I say, look, you gotta fix yourself, like really, like do counseling to get that cheating thing under control. Because I think some people begin with people and they be like, "Oh, I got it under control," but then they go out there and they don't have control. You know, that's what I've been preaching about on this show a long time. Like, yo, men gotta have control. That's a powerful dude. If you got discipline, you got control over yourself. You a powerful dude. So he signed this and got caught cheating, and she took him to the cleaners.
I mean,
that's open and shut.
What you signed up for, bro.
That's open and shut. Like, you signed it, dog.
Right.
So the judge said, "Oh no, this is easy," and gave it to her.
Yeah.
So I said it all. I don't have nothing. I literally don't have nothing to add to it because it is
open
really
and shut.
Open and shut. You signed it. You broke it, and that's on you, dog. Like, I honestly, I don't like. I'm biased. I don't like to see women walk away with
damn near everything.
With damn near everything. But in this case, I can't defend you, brother. You brought this on yourself. If you got caught,
you had a prenup.
You had a prenup, and
not
only
the
that,
only thing that could.
Not only that, but I've seen them in interviews and stuff where they were having threesomes and stuff. So it's like, bro, she was open to.
Oh wow! Yeah.
So
then you really just being greedy.
That's
really
why I'm like, no remorse for you, dog.
Yeah. That's
on you, dog.
That's
your L.
Her lawyer's the one that got the game.
Yeah, that's on you.
They the one that got the game. Because if they, I don't know about they little things they had going on inside the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? If they had threesomes, hey man,
well, no,
I don't know how.
I've seen her interviews talking about it. So.
Well, I would say this: if that's what's going on, then why you got any feeling that you need to cheat, though? Well, you could bring her to the house if she messing with him.
You can just bring her in.
I said no remorse, no remorse for the dude, bro.
I've seen people, dang, man, you didn't have to do him like that. What you mean? This is what he signed. This is what he signed, and you can't feel as. Listen, man. We gotta stop. Oh, that ain't fair, man. It's fair if you signed it.
Right. Or did she set him up with the threesomes?
No.
Why would it be a setup if she getting something out of it too?
Yeah.
No, she opened that door, knowing
you
that
still gotta have control.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I said her and her lawyer's the one got the game because they the one set it up.
Yeah.
For what that prenup was like, yeah, you do this outside, then you got to give up everything. But he signed it, and then if you you got an open relationship where you can bring things in. Why are you going sneaking, doing stuff? It's like, dude,
Yep. That's all we're gonna say about that. So
hit or miss, hit or miss, hit or miss, hit or miss, hit or miss.
No warnings. No warnings. No warnings at all.
I gotta start getting hip to this shit.
He said that last time.
You just gotta have to turn your volume down.
I would just turn it down from now.
So it'll come over, you're like, okay, I'm cool. I'm straight.
I seen the look on his face. He just kind of. All right, so I'm trying to make this quick. So this week's hit or miss. This one is called "What Do Women Want?"
What do women really want?
I don't care what they want. I only care what they respond to. See, my focus is a little bit different from your other guests. There's what women say they want, there's what women think they want, and then there's what they actually respond to. I'm not an academic, I'm not a theoretician. I'm interested in what works on the street when it's time to date and mate. And what women actually respond to is not what they say they want.
So what do they respond to?
They really respond to a guy who's a challenge, a guy who's a question mark, a guy who keeps them guessing. You see, in the beginning, the less attractive you are physically, the more you have to rely on your attitude.
So no more Mr. Nice Guy.
You can be pleasant. You see, we got to define our terms. By nice, I mean accommodating. When you accommodate, you get what the commode gets. You get the crapola. You have to learn how to say no to a woman.
This attitude that you now have is more appealing to women?
The attitude is vastly more appealing. Basically, the attitude is, I make...
Okay, cuts out, but
yeah,
is that a hit or miss?
Clip.
For the most part, it's a hit.
Why is it a hit, Hirsch?
I mean, yeah, he said it. The proof is in the pudding. Like, what actually works is being people's chicks saying they want a nice guy, and then they dating history showing that they've been picking all a-hoes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's the proof? What are they responding to? So,
What say you, Brother Fly?
I think he on to something.
For the most part, yeah. But you know, it may change because, you know, as people we change. A young woman is different when than an older one.
It might change as they mature.
Yeah,
but
but
if you just going
to
for
a
like
certain
a young
extent,
girl, right? Yeah,
it changed to a certain extent.
Yeah,
because one of the main things that stood out what he said was they like keep them guessing, and they like variety.
They don't want to get bored, pretty much.
that part.
Yeah.
So he nailed it, and what he was saying about he does what they respond to. I remember some Haywire Cadario, our our honorary fourth member, said to me in high school one time. I remember I don't know if we was in front of his house on State Fair or what, but I remember it was wintertime. It was cold too. We just sitting out there talking shit. Excuse me. We was sitting out there talking, and he was like, "Man, women don't know what they want." He said it when we was teenagers. Like,
he's ahead of the game.
They don't know what they want.
I'm sure he learned it from an older man, though.
Yeah,
probably from his uncle.
His uncle, his uncle was player.
Player.
Yeah. And he told me that. I thought about it, and I was like, and it seemed to be right. Like they don't know exactly what they want. That's where we come in as men. We need to be precise. We need to make decisions. Straight up, concise decisions without the overthinking and all that type of stuff. So it's a hit. I think
keep it spicy.
But as they get older, because they deal with that
stability.
guy. They respond off of what pain does the most. That's why they will say, I'm putting my career and everything first because the pain from getting played and giving a lot or giving what they feel like they're supposed to be giving and then getting hurt in the process make them that way. Or they done seen somebody else get hurt and they mama or auntie or somebody older, and then they give them, make sure you do that, all because come from pain. Now, the last thing I'm going to say, because I know it's long-winded. Last thing I'm gonna say is about the good guy thing, or the nice guy thing. LL Cool J said something that stuck out to me, and I agree with him. He said, "I ain't a nice guy. I'm a good guy." Nice guy come with that pushover energy and all that. You can do
whatever you want to do.
What my uncle used to call it. My uncle called those type of guys a honey can I. But, be a good guy and not a nice guy. I'm a good guy. Like, yeah, you know, I got morals and all that type of stuff. But I knock you over your head if you do some stupid shit. Like, if you be dumb, and you know, I gotta protect mine. Not gonna be nice. I'm gonna protect mine, and that's why I got to say about that.
Yeah, I agree with all that. It's a hit for me. I say this all the time, and you know, they don't know what they want. They're delusional, and I say it all the time. And it comes off. I know it comes off as like I'm a hater, I'm sexist, and I'm not sexist at all. Like I really do love women, but at the same time, I'm definitely going to point out your not so smart behavior. You guys got to understand that men are always being held accountable, even if y'all don't see it. See, a lot of times women, they don't see what happens in the presence when men are amongst themselves. A lot of times they're not there for those conversations, those locker room talks, or any times that men might be working or on a construction site, or anytime they're not in the presence of women, they don't understand the full dynamics of the accountability that's being held depending on the situation. So we learn at a young age that the world don't care about us. They don't care about our emotions. You know, certain people may, but overall, the world takes a dump on us every chance it gets. So we're always held accountable. At a very young age, we're being held accountable. How? If you one of them dudes with a smart mouth, guess what? It's only a matter of time until somebody holds you accountable for that smart mouth, right? Yeah. So women, on the other hand, like you said earlier, you addressed it, Fly, or one of y'all addressed it. Y'all be knowing the women wrong, and you still big them up. You still praise them, even though you know they wrong. Even though you wouldn't do it yourself, you'll still go along and praise them, feeding into the delusion. But so no, ahead, girl. Exactly, exactly. Let's talk about. I ain't gonna say let's talk about, but women's weight, for instance. Y'all know stuff be unhealthy, and yet you encourage it because you say we're not gonna body shame or this, that, and the third. Whereas men, we'll call you out your name until maybe it's motivation to get your stuff together. Like, hey man, you need to do something about that. You know, for whatever or however we do it. I'm not saying the actual words because I'm trying not to get flagged, but you know how we talk amongst ourselves. Man, it's innate. It's in us to hold each other accountable. So when he says,
no, go ahead. You finish.
So when he says women don't know what they want, I absolutely agree. Y'all don't. And it's not absolute. It's not all women, and it's not all the time. You know, I can't say y'all don't know what y'all want ever, but when it comes to highly sensitive topics, like, no, a lot of times y'all don't know what y'all want. You know, because you go off feeling, and those feelings, they float. Yeah. They float. You feel one way 1 minute, and then don't feel that way the next minute.
Yeah.
So
I just thought about a correlation from something I learned in undergrad in marketing. They say the same thing about consumers. Like, consumers don't know what they want.
Yep. I've heard that.
So you pretty much create, and then you make them want it. Like, years ago, nobody wanted an iPhone. They didn't want a smartphone.
They didn't know they wanted
it. You had to create it and tell them about it. Now they want it.
Now they want it.
And I think it's ironic that women are large, you know,
consumers.
When it comes to consumers. Yeah. That's what so I just
he said a lot without saying a lot.
Exactly.
No, he said the truth. Because all the marketing is persuading somebody to have something, to buy something.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
What I was gonna say was I don't think that the world crap on us. We just gotta deal with the truth as it is, and what hold us accountable is when we make whatever choice we make and the outcome come with no filter, no holding back, no punches.
Yeah, that's true.
So when there's women who be trying to have characteristics of a man and try to do man stuff, but the part that they lacking out of that characteristic is the accountability part, because they've been programmed to keep on believing that they shouldn't have any type of no blowback. Like, oh, if you say anything to her, it's too harsh. You can't be too harsh with them.
Yeah.
But that come with us. And when we talk about it, like you just said, we egg each other about stuff. Like we say, "Oh man, look at your jelly roll, bro. You know you need to do something." I mean, like y'all y'all going on a cruise, and y'all egged on each other all the time. Man, you need to get you gonna get in straight. You gonna get in shape, man. The cruise like 2 months.
Look at you breathing heavy, trying to play basketball.
See, this is how we play.
Yeah,
and that's playing.
Yeah.
They take that personal.
No.
They take that type of stuff personal.
No. Yeah, we built for it. They're not.
Because they programmed not to.
Yeah.
It's say nice things all the time.
Yeah.
But at the same token, they don't want the nice stuff all the time because they get bored of the nice stuff all the time. That's why it gives off. They don't know what they want.
That's true. And we'll touch more. We'll touch more on about it in the future. So, you know, we go in this show right here, and you know, we'll be back next week, you know, and if you made it this far, we appreciate and salute you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna try to put some shorts together for this episode to try to help promote it a little more. We're trying to grow the audience, trying to grow the show, and do this full time so we can give y'all multiple episodes throughout the week, you know. And yeah, so y'all just be safe out there. The news is crazy. The world is crazy. Hold on to your loved ones. Love them tight. And just take it one day at a time. That's all we can do. We all we got. So till next time, y'all be easy, be smooth. Peace.
Peace.